Hi everybody, I'm Sean.
Hello, Internet. My name is Nicandro.
I wanted to make a quick video, or maybe not so quick, but it's feeding time at our house for our furry family.
4 cats.
And we have one cat that has diabetes.
My Scoochie Boots.
And so feeding time can be kind of a hectic time because everybody's food is regulated because of that. So we'll make a little video showing the process of feeding and then giving Buffy her medicine.
It's quite easy, people.
That's Buffy and Myrtle and Rosalie. And Babes, we switched to wet food. Why?
We switched to wet food because the dry food, the carbohydrate intake was really high, and it really wasn't helping with bringing her blood sugar levels down. Even regulating with the dry food, it wasn't doing her any good. Since we started giving her wet food, her urine output has been reduced pretty drastically. She pees like a normal cat now. She doesn't fill up the litter box which she used to do, which actually was an indicator for me that something was wrong. It was still a lot of it was just too much urine. I thought that she had a urinary tract infection, and when I took her into the vet to see if it was that, they did some blood work. And that's when the vet had told me that it was her blood sugar.
She was really tired and lethargic too, right?
Lots of laying around and not being really reactive to the things that she normally likes, like lasers, catnip, things like that. She just she's 14 years old, so she's in fact I think geriatric, basically, in cat years. So I kind of expected some of that, but it was almost like overnight, this difference in behavior. So, yeah, let's feed the cats.
Obviously not so much now.
Yeah, no, she's very much herself.
Myrtle's about 11 and Rosalie's 8. And then over here is our oldest cat, Angel. He's how old?
He's the oldest. He's 15.
You wouldn't know it.
Oh, me.
And we separate Buffy because she likes to eat very much. So it's been half an hour since we fed the cats, and now it's time to give Buffy her insulin. So we'll show you how we do that. What are you doing right now, Beth?
Right now I'm kind of agitating the insulin. You don't really want to shake it because you don't want to put bubbles in it, but you do kind of want to move it around, so just gently back and forth in between the hands. It actually kind of looks like I'm doing that with a turd, but it's not. This is actually something that my very, very good friend Angie made for me. A few, I don't know, what was it, 2 months ago? 2 months ago, I dropped the bottle of insulin, and it shattered on the floor, much to my dismay, because these things are not cheap. And I actually did drop this recently, and it bounced right off the floor and then landed very gently, and I was just very thankful that it did not shatter, because I was not prepared to shell out another $267, which is what it costs for a vial of these things. Buffy is actually right now on 9 units of insulin twice a day. Every 12 hours she gets it. When I wake up in the morning, or in the afternoon I should say, because she's on my schedule and I work swing shift. So she gets it at 12:45 in the afternoon, and also 12:45 in the morning.
And so they get them 12 hours apart, right?
Yeah, 12 hours.
And for anybody that thinks that sounds really expensive, there are some options out there too for things like pet meds and some different things. It is expensive, but there are options. So
yes, You can see Buffy's kind of sitting here. She knows that it's medicine time.
And tell us a little bit about how you give the medicine, because I know there's a specific way that you do the needle and...
Well, yeah, the needle, the eye of the needle has to be facing upwards when you give it to her. And I was instructed by the veterinarian. It's supposed to happen right here, just on her neck, kind of between her shoulder blades. You kind of want to hold up the skin like this, and then at a 45-degree angle, insert the needle eye up and administer the medication. There's a bunch of different kind of needles that you can use. I recently went and bought some, and these are a lot longer than I actually like to give Buffy, but it works. I like the shorter ones.
And this was a process too. We started out with 2 units and worked the way up till her blood sugar kind of evened out. And
yeah, when we started, when we got to 9 units, I decided that it was time to change something. Because every time that I went to the vet, her blood sugar wasn't regulating, and I just, 9 units twice a day, financially I don't think that I could have, we can't go any further than that. So at 9 units, I called the vet and told her, that I really wanted to switch it up with her and try, rather than giving her, God, well, I forget what the name of that food was, but it's prescription. You can only get it at the vet.
it was some kind of a science diet.
Yes, and it was very, very expensive. And doing some reading and researching online, we learned that giving her wet food can actually try and help regulate that. So we've been giving her the wet food.
And it was anything without like glutens or just real specific things that weren't in the wet food.
Yeah, so apparently Fancy Feast is the best thing. It's not super cheap, but she seems to like all of it. So yeah, at 9 units we started giving her the wet food, and we haven't had to go up anymore from there. So the chances of her going into remission with the diabetes aren't very likely. However, it is possible. It does depend on, I guess, your cat, because it is on a case-by-case basis. Sometimes they will go into remission, and they will be fine for the rest of their lives. Other times, just like I feel like with Buffy, we're probably going to be doing this for the rest of her life. So now it's medication time. It's Gucci's. And I'm just looking to make sure that the eye is, facing up. You want to stand up for me, mamas? Gucci.
Nope.
Buffy. No? Okay. Okay. So again, just kind of want to feel around for the shoulder blades here. And lift up the skin. Oh, stick it in and squeeze. Oh yes. See, not a sound. I don't think that it really affects her that much, and you want to make sure that you don't leave a lump, so you kind of want to move it around so that it gets into her system. Feel good, Scoochies? You got your medicines? I know. Such a difficult life. And that is the process for administering the medication to the cat. That's
Pretty routine.
that's life with diabetes.
So we hope you found that kind of educational and helpful. I know when we first found out that she had diabetes, we kind of freaked out a little bit because we knew it was going to be a process and a financial burden, but so far so good, and we've got it worked out, and it's pretty routine for both of us. One or the other is up and in the morning and giving her medicine, and at night when one or the other is at home. And so hopefully that helps ease your mind if you've just found out, or
Because it can be very scary.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely very scared when I found out that she had diabetes. I was only because of the level of lethargy that she was giving us. I really thought that she was on her last leg, and it was just really weird. and I took her in, and the vet said, nope, this is something that you can handle, and she kind of coached us through the whole thing, and things have been pretty good so far. Vet visits are normal, and Buffy's doing a lot better. As I said, she's not peeing as much, she's not drinking as much water, I'm assuming because she doesn't feel as dehydrated because of the diabetes. But yeah, stick with it. I mean,
And if you don't have a good vet, get one, because that's been the saving grace for us, I think.
I love our vet, by the way. She is at Ann Road Animal Hospital, and her name is Dr. Conklin.
And we're in Las Vegas, by the way.
Las Vegas.
So if you like the video, like it, comment on it, give us suggestions if you've dealt with this. Anyway, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vogue.